180. Check. Block 54. Block 54. Man, I got you.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
180. 54. Too little. Hey, alert.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing here, Trubisky. Well, that'll be caught by Cup. Finding some room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 15. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 50 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
18. Good room.
Now it's Trubisky. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown ground. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40. Here we go. 180. Time to go. Night.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
49ers,
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. On first down, here's Breida. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Garoppolo, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
65.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 24. Six.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Samson Ebukam in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. 49ers nothing.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems Spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
180! 54 miles. You don't see me in your night. Lock in. Run, slay.
Now it's Trubisky. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. And down he'll go at the 25. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And not Not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you
don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay,
Already, you've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34. This is Breida. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. 180! Watch the slip! 41's the mic!
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Samson Ebukam has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Get him! Get him! Get him!
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go, baby. Turn up. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball.
Again they run with Gurley. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. Alert.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's second down.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down.
Check 15.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. That one goes for 24 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The first down run with Gurley, a good one. He gets forward for 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
180! 54! Let's go, defense.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. The quick slant caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. A 3rd quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Back at the 37-yard line.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now it's Gurley. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Get off the field. Let's get off the field.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go.
They run. It's Gurley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first. Down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
On 2nd and 9. Trubisky. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Hey, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
Here's Mostert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the 19-yard line.
On the double.
41's the mic. Check, 41. All day, all day.
A first throw for the backup, Ryan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver, and it's third down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
On third down, Ryan. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Dante Pettis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2.
Hey, lock it.
Ryan will throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Trubisky will throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down and goal.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped.